Hello everybody. Okay, now we're going to start unit number 1. This unit is what makes you feel good. To answer this question, we're going to know how to use modal verbs. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary verb that is used to express abilities, permission, advice, obligation, possibility, preferences, and desires. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the 9 modal verbs. I got a really easy way of remember them. We got 3 M's, 2 W's, 2 C's, and 2 S. Now, you can see 3 M's are must, might, and may. The 2 W's are will and would. The 2 C's can and could, and the 2 S should and shall. Okay, now I'm going to tell you some rules about it. How to use it. Okay. 1. Infinitives come after modal verbs but without to. Example, I can eat pizza. Look at this sentence. We don't have to there, is without to. Okay? Second rule, modal verb take no S in the third person of singular. For example, she, look at the picture, must live. It might happen. No S, no S. Okay. The third rule is we use modal verbs in negative sentences like we do with another auxiliary. For example, we must not eat too much food. What is the structure? The structure is the subject. The structure is the modal, the negative, and the verb. Okay. When we're going to do the modals in negative form, we have some contractions. For example, must is must not, the contraction mustn't. Might not, the contraction might. May not, no contraction. Will not, the contraction is won't. Would not, the contraction is wouldn't. Cannot, the contraction is can't. Could not, the contraction is couldn't. Shall not, shan't. This is the contraction. And finally, should not, shouldn't again. Okay. Now, how and when we use modal verbs? Okay. The 9 modal verbs that I told before, we classified them in 6 groups. The first group is ability. The modal verbs that can talk abilities can, could. Can for present, could for past. For example, I can play the piano. She could skate when she was a child. Okay? Another aspect, permission. Can and may. For example, can I sit in that chair, please? May I borrow your dictionary, please? Okay. Another aspect, number 3, to give an advice. Use should. For example, you should visit your dentist at least twice a week. Or if you look at the picture, the girl is a little fat and you say, okay, she should try to lose weight. You use should to give an advice. Another is number 4, obligation. For obligation, use must that have the same meaning to have to. For example, he must stop smoking. Okay? Aspect number 5, possibility with might. Example, it looks nice, but it might be very expensive. And number 6, preference and desires that you use would. Example, I would like a cup of coffee. Or could you prefer orange or apples? Okay, my students, according to all this explanation, you have the following homework. You're going to write sentences for each one of the modal verbs, both sentences, affirmative and negative form. Keep in mind the group that I wish they belong. Ability, permission, advice, obligation, possibility, preference, or desires. According to each group, you're going to make the 2 sentences. Okay? I hope that you understand everything. See you next unit. Bye-bye.